Hi, everybody. So this class includes a lot of writing instruction, but another big part of the class is reading. This is also college level reading and writing. And I'd like to give a little bit of explanation about my philosophy of reading and how I see reading in a real fundamental level. And I use this little graph here to kind of show this. So weak reading. Uh, People who don't read very well, they'll read a sentence and another paragraph and another idea, and it's all just a random collection of things. It's not connected or integrated in any way. That's not going to lead to understanding. So they can read every sentence. They can understand every word in every sentence, and even every sentence, but none of it makes any sense. The reason is they're not really seeing the connections. They're not doing a very good job of connecting it. Or what connections they do have are very shallow and poorly integrated. Strong readers, on the other hand, can see those relationships. They form those little ideas and they say, maybe this is the main concept of the whole article. And this over here, that's a supporting point for that. It's explaining this. And this, and I see that's connected this way. And these little details here, those are all connected to this in this way. And this detail way over here, I didn't understand why he's talking about. I see the relationship. It's connected this way. This is called forming a schema or a structure of meaning. So this is a very active process where you're not just passively taking information in, but you're actively forming a structure in your own mind of the different relationships of how this is connected. One implication of this, by the way, is not everyone is going to form the same exact schema. We may have different interpretations based on what we put as most central or most essential. A lot of writers will try to guide your interpretation so that you see it as in a certain way. But not everybody will see that. So people may come up with different interpretations. But every good reader is making a good effort and doing a good job at forming that structure. And really, the more accurately you get the picture that your reader, get the structure that your writer is creating for you, really the better you're doing. Now that's step one. That's strong reading part one. There's a second step, which is connecting this, integrating this to your own life. So just as an article will have a schema or a structure, your own mind has a schema or a structure based on your experiences, based on what's central to you. Maybe your religion, maybe that takes a central role in your schema building, or maybe science, or maybe some important event in your life or upbringing, whatever. A lot of different reasons we get these schema, and we build them up over a whole course of a lifetime. And another key element then of reading is to connect that article to your own life. And again, good readers will do that on a deeper level and more fundamental level and see more connections and relationships, whereas a shallow reader will not. A shallow reader will see only the surface level and only a very minor connection to their lives. So schema building, connections, connecting it to your life. This explains a couple things about reading. First of all, why the effort it takes. It's not just anybody can, read the words on a page. That's not the hard part. The hard part is the active mentality of keeping focused, keeping your attention, and seeing the connections. Another thing it explains is why somebody can be very effective at reading one thing and not at another. I remember a student who couldn't read or write hardly anything in my class. He came in to talk to me about how he was struggling, and we got to talking about football. It was amazing. He knew everything about football. He could tell me the winner and loser and score of every Super Bowl, as well as the stadium it took place in, who sang the national anthem, and who did the halftime show, and what songs did they sing. You can build up a lot of subject matter expertise. It also shows the importance of interest. If you're really interested in what you're reading about, you can get very good at it. So it's very important. Now you're in school, you have to take certain classes. Try to force yourself to take an interest in this. Try to find a connection to your life. Find a relationship to create interest, and that will help you to use your brain power to keep focused and form those connections. It also shows how reading builds with time. The bigger your schema, the broader your schema, the more reading you've done, the better you're going to be at it. So the crucial thing about being a good reader, in my mind, is to read a lot. Good readers read. Bad readers don't read. And so you've got to kind of get into the zen of forming these structures, connecting to your life. Okay, thank you.